Okay, a recap on the tree growing experiment from seed to layout, as it were. This is the harvested set of Seafoam super trees, as it were, from my little experiment. And here's a tree ready to go onto the layout. They do look quite good. This is a little item that might be of interest to some, about trees, making trees. I've also seen quite a few films on YouTube about particularly what are called super trees. They look quite good, and you can get them in boxes for something like $25. Here they're probably 25-30 euros for I think 40 or 50, but they work out at 50 cents to $1 each, something like that. But they do look good. But they are just a plant, and I did some research and looked up some forums, and the plant from which super trees are made has an English term called, you can see it's Seafoam, and the Latin name is Pteloxys aristata. And you can just buy seeds. So I ordered a packet from the local seed merchant here. It cost $2 for 1,500. There you go, 1,500 seeds. I don't know whether that'll be 1,500 trees, but that's a pretty good deal. And you can see here on the blurb on the back that it's also used by model builders, modelbouw. So back at our tree growing process. I actually planted two areas. One was this little basket, and one was the side of the house. The side of the house doesn't seem to have worked very well. I think it's too wet. The Seafoam they say is a desert plant, and I think needs to be quite dry. So but this seems to be working out okay. If we look up close, I think these pointy thingamies, these pointy bits, I think they're the tops of what will be our super trees, I hope. Seafoam or super trees are getting along after 2 months. It's mid-July and the seeds were planted mid-May, so this is what we have after 2 months. Certainly some growth. Perhaps even this one's starting to look a little like a tree. So they say, let's see, they say it can be harvested in September or so. So we'll have to see how it gets along, but they're still growing, so we'll see. So I'll just explain how I make one of those. So I've got a raw plant here. It's been dried in the sun, or it's been dried. And here's my little station. Basically what we do is got some cheap hairspray. That's the tip from YouTube, is use cheap hairspray, cheap strong hairspray that works the same as a spray glue basically. You just spray the raw plant with some spray glue or hairspray. Get some fine turf and just sprinkle that on. Sprinkle that onto the tree, as it were. That's all there is. and then it looks really good. Ready to go into the layout. You can add a little bit of colour if you wish. Put in a second lot of spray. Don't forget to collect up our droppings. And there's just a little bit of leaf green here. Just a little bit, slight shade. Just a little bit. Just give very slight. Colour difference. And our tree is ready to go onto the layout, just like this one. This one I stick that in there, that's ready to go on. There we go. Some of the, because of the, I didn't use any fertilizer, which you need to use potassium fertilizer, and I will do next year, is the stems are a little bit thin, the plants are a little bit small. I'm hoping to get them a little bit bigger next year, but same as this size. But to just to get a little bit of extra body and be able to plant them on the layout, I've used a little toothpick here to strengthen the stem, and just painted that so that it can now just be stuck onto the layout. And finally placing one of the trees that I grew onto the layout. I'm building a petrol station, gas station here on the road, car park I'm building, etc. I think a nice spot for the tree would be here, giving a bit of shade to the car park. So we'll stick it in there. And there's our super tree, grown in my own garden from seeds on the layout. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the series on from seed to tree to layout. Next year we'll try it again. Okay.